Some people have nice, big families. Some people have small families. Some people have warm, loving, supportive families. And some people don't. And so if you're going into a family situation, sometimes you might find yourself kind of dreading it. Like you really don't want to go. Those people do not make you feel good. And I want to give you a strategy for what you can do. I'm Stacy Rocklein, and I help people write new love stories about themselves so that they can stop loving from behind a wall and start living a life deeply connected to people who love them for who they really are. So we are going into a family situation. Why doesn't it feel good? And there's history. These are people we've known for a long time, siblings, cousins, parents, aunts and uncles, grandparents. They've known us our whole lives. We've known them our whole lives. They don't make us feel good. Either we've got hurts from the past that they've done to us, or we've hurt them, or just we don't feel good hanging out with them because of who they are. So this is what's happening. You are responding to someone's energy. And if you've noticed in any situation, if you go into a conversation with somebody who is angry, you will start to feel yourself getting agitated. If you leave yourself on default and you don't protect your energy, it will start to change to theirs. Maybe you're hanging around with someone who's really critical and then you find yourself nitpicking things or thinking negatively, right? We respond to that energy. So what we have to do is just come up with a new game plan. And that's how I want to talk about this today, like a game. And here's the big picture of life. We go out and we do things. Then we watch ourselves and then we figure things out about ourselves. And so that helps us grow. We go, oh, I keep doing that thing, but that's not serving me well. So I want to do something different, right? And we decide we're going to do something different. And then we get to go practice. Everywhere we go, we get to go practice. Every relationship we're in, every situation that we're in, we get to practice this new learning about ourselves. So that's the big game, is being able to keep growing and keep practicing. And what's a win? A win is when we do it different than we did before, right? When instead of doing the same behavior we did before, we actually do something different that is good for us. So what I want you to think about is this situation is a big game you're going into, okay? This is where, like, get excited. It's a challenge. It's fun. This is where you get to go practice being the new you. You've grown in some way and you want to show up differently. This is where you're going to get to play. It's the playground. And we do a few things before we go into a game, right? We have to know who our teammates are. So who energetically is going to keep us up or bring us up? You want to look for the players in the situation that make you feel good. Even if that's somebody that you phone a friend feel good. And you want to know the things that make you feel good. What resources do you have, right? What talents do you have, right? If you were a player in a game, if you want to bring your energy up, do you go for a run? Do you make a meal? Do you play a game? What will make you feel good if you start to feel your energy dropping? So you want to know your teammates, know your resources. Now you ought to know your opponents, right? This is not the first time you've played this game against this team. You know them. People do the same thing over and over. So you can expect them to do the things they've always done, right? You know their tactics. You know the things that get you triggered. So if you stop for a minute and you look at those things and figure out what you want to do different, how are you going to approach this in a different way? And this is all before you even walk in, okay? You know your teammates, you know your resources, and you know how your opponents are going to play. Now you're in the game. Boom, you're there. While you're in the game, I want you to play a little bit of player and a little bit of fan, okay? What do fans do? Fans are so excited about the team. They love us. They cheer us on. They support us. You got to be your own fan. They're also on the sidelines. They're watching. Much more objective view to be on the sidelines. And that's something that I want you to try to do when you're in this situation, is actually like pull yourself out and watch how you're playing. Be an observer so that you can learn things. And you're going to have to take your timeouts, your half times, the moments when you just need a break. Let's do a quick assessment. How are things going, right? You can do that while you're playing. You start to feel your energy change, Take a time out. Okay, what's working, what's not working? What do we want to celebrate and keep doing, and what do we want to tweak and do different? Right? Take those timeouts as the game goes on. And then after you leave the game, okay? You're back home, you're feeling good, you've had a little bit of distance from it. How did it go? Do an assessment, right? You're gonna get to play that game over and over and over and over again. How are you gonna do it even better next time? Celebrate what worked, tweak what didn't, have a new game plan when you're going in so that you can keep showing up as the new you with all your growth and play differently, right? Play differently. And if you don't feel like you're there yet, like you're not quite that person that you wanna be walking into that game, that's just about personal growth. And it's probably about working on some of those things that are that history I was talking about. Those ways that those people have hurt you, those ways that you've hurt them. And you can do that in the 21-day heart cleanse, where we take a trip down memory lane so that we can pull out those experiences that have affected how we love today. And we learn and grow. We put them through a process so they don't hold us back anymore. So you do that first. Like that's the pre-game strategy, is to do that first so that when you walk into that game, you're ready to play. Thank you very much for watching. Please share with anybody that you know struggles in family situations or relative situations or other situations and might need a new game plan. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.